Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. And our project today is this rather lovely container, like a magazine style rack for 6x6 designer papers. It's made from our cardstock with then some Whisper White stamped on there. And it's very sturdy. It holds several packs of our 6x6 papers. So I've got several packs here, as you can see, and it's very sturdy, so we'll hold them and they can sit on your desk. I found it really helpful to have this on my desk rather than the papers packed away in a drawer where I would normally keep them. I do have to say a big thank you to Crafty Caroline, who is no longer a demo. I'm sure some of you knew her work. She did some lovely projects, and the template I've used today is hers, except I've changed the ones for the stamping. So I thank you to Crafty Caroline for that. But I thought I'd show you how I made my my container. So you need your scoreboard. I'm going to work in inches today, but I will put the metric measurements up on my blog, so if you go below the video, the link to the blog post will be there, and you can see all the measurements in metric if that's what you want. So you need to start off, and I'm going to do mine in Highland Heather this time. The one I've just showed you was in Balmy Blue. Used Balmy Blue there. Today I'm going to use Highland Heather. And you're going to have two pieces of the cardstock, same colour, same size. One measures, they both measure 8 1/4 by 8 3/4, and you're going to start off by putting the 8 1/4 inch length at the top of your scoreboard and score at 2 inches. And you're then going to turn clockwise, so that you've now got a horizontal line where you scored across there, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, do that again, and 2 1/2 inches. And then before you move this one down, you're going to score at 5 1/2 inches just down. No, that's not right, sorry. There, that's right. So you need your square in the corner with your 2 score lines across here, and you're going to score at 5 1/2 inches down to there. So down to the second score line. Can you see that? And then on the second one, again with 8 1/4 at the top, again going to score at 2 inches. Again going to turn clockwise, and again going to score at 1/2 inch. It's tricky to hold the cardstock when it's so close to the edge. There we go, and 2 1/2 inches. And this time we want the little square that we made, so this square here at the bottom left, and we're just going to notch at 5 1/2 inches. We're not going to cut, we're just going to notch there. So I've just put a little notch in the cardstock there. Okay. I'll put my scoreboard away and just bring in my bone folder to burnish all those. Like so. Burnish all of those. And then we're just going to do a little bit of cutting. So what we're going to do on this one is we are going to, sorry, I've got some templates here to help me because I keep getting the muddle with it. Okay, so we are going to draw a line from where we this is the one with the notch, so we're going to draw a line from where we notched it over up into that corner. So I'm going to use a ruler and a pencil. And you could then cut this with your trimmer if you wanted to. I'm actually going to cut with my scissors. There we go. So that's that one. And then on the other one, oh, and yes, on the other one, we're going to draw a line from yeah, we're going to draw a line from here to there, I think. It's very confusing, this. Right, like so. This is my template that I'm using so that I know that I'm doing it right. Well, I haven't burnished these ones. Let's burnish those folds before we do anything else. Oh, I think I've done this wrong. I knew I was doing it wrong. Hey hum. Right, yes. Oh no, I haven't. No, that was a spare burnish line. No, I've done it right. Sorry. We will get this right in the end. Right, okay, so we've got this. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut up here and here. And we're going to wedge this just a little bit, this flap. That's going to tuck inside. Take those little bits off. Is that gone? Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to cut this little flap off here as well. And then we're going to come up and we're going to cut along that score line that you made, and then up to here. I will put pictures of my templates on the blog so that you've got a really clear view of what to do here. So we've got that piece which matches my template there, and we've got this piece which matches my template there, except I haven't done the cutting yet. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did on the other one. We're going to cut here and wedge a little bit and then cut that edge off. And I think that's all the cutting that we needed to do. And then all we need to do, and I'm going to use tear and tape today. I might be tempted to use Tombow if I had longer and it wasn't on video, because that would be stronger and gives you a bit of wiggle room. But because we're on tape, because I'm on camera and want to do this quickly, I don't think I'll have enough time for the Tombow to dry properly. So I'm going to do that. Hope you've all been enjoying all this lovely Stampin' Up rewards. I know loads of my customers have been ordering and getting lots of freebies, which is really great at this time of year. My little team has doubled in size since the start of celebration, so that's great as well. So if anyone is thinking of joining, I'd love to have you as one of our paper daisies. We've got a little growing team. It's not huge, but it's growing. And that's going to go there, so I'm just going to take this tear and tape off here. Don't know if you can tell by my voice that I have just about now recovered from this awful cold and cough that I've had for nearly 4 weeks actually. Been really suffering. Right, now before I do anything else, I can see a pencil line along there where I drew to cut, and I'm just going to use the rubber to rub that out because I don't want that to spoil it. And can you see we've got a little triangle overhang at the top there, so we're just going to trim that off like so. And then we just need to come across with this one here, and that's going to glue there. So another piece of tear and tape, like so. My tweezers to get the backing off. There we go. And then that's going to join there, like so. And then all that remains to do is to fix the bottom. So I'm just going to put some tear and tape on this one flap. And that's basically our magazine rack made, and then you can decorate it however you like really, but I'm going to show you how I did mine. There we go. So I'm going to, oh, gone a bit wonky there, turn the tape over. It's because I'm trying to work too quickly. Let's cut that bit off. See, you get warts and all on these videos. Things don't always go to plan, but there's always a way to rescue things. I hardly ever waste anything. I always rescue things. So there we go. There we go. It won't come off still. Backing doesn't want to come off now. There we go. Right, so that's going on there. That's going down like that. Make sure it's straight as you do, and then just come in with something that you can just add a lot of pressure to, so that you can make sure that's stuck down there. That's the basic shape of our magazine holder, and then all we need to do is to come in with the stamping. Now I'm going to publish another video tomorrow that's going to show you how I did the stamping on my pieces of card. What you need to know for today is that you need 2 pieces like this. They started off as 15 by 14.5 centimeters all. Oh, that's interesting. I've done them in, where are they? No, okay, so they started off as 6 by 5 3/4, and I made a mark at 2 7/8 from the bottom, joined that up and cut them like that. And I made 2 of them, but you need to stamp on the opposite way round because they go on like that. And then these 2 little panels, one is 1.5 inches by 5 7/8. This one, 1.5 by 5 7/8, and one is 1.5 inches by 2 1/4. So all that remains for me to do is to stick those on. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of Tombow this time, because that will be easier. Find a Tombow that works. Here we go. So just a little bit of Tombow on there. And that one glues on there. So like I say, there'll be another video showing you. I use the Bloom by Bloom stamp set to do my stamping. And then the other one on the other side. They really do look very pretty sitting on my desk, these holders. So like I say, they're very sturdy. They hold several packs of paper. They could hold other bits and pieces if you wanted them to. That one goes there, and then this one goes here. Sorry, I'm out of camera shot, I think. There we go. That one goes there, and the last one goes on the back. Like I say, I'll try and do some pictures of the templates to go on the blog so that you can see where you're meant to be cutting, because I'm not sure it was that clear on the video. Hopefully the combination of both will help you if you want to make one. There we go. So I've got 2 lovely containers. I like the way these go together. I like both these colours, and as you can see, I can pop some paper into both of them. Pop some paper into this one, and pop some paper into this one, and then I've got 2 lovely containers to sit on my desk from all my pattern papers. So I hope you've enjoyed that project. I hope you find it useful, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.